Hi everyone, I'm Peter Kelaher from PK Property Search and Negotiators, Sydney's buyer's agent. Today I just wanted to talk about markets within markets and what's happening in the general market. And yesterday, being May the 7th, we had a prominent forecast, a property forecast, to say that Sydney will be going down 4% or have literally no growth for the next 1 or 2 years. But what you've got to understand, everyone, and be very careful about getting trapped in what I call a very broad forecast, is that you'll be in a position where you might drop out of the market completely thinking that the market's going to go down, but your demographic, your actually property price range that you're trying to buy in, and the particular product that you're trying to buy is still in high demand and could go up between 4 and 10% this year. You've got to be really, really careful. If you have a look at these auction results from on the weekend, May 5th, you can see that, City and East, 74.1% clearance, Inner West, nearly 80% clearance, nearly 80% Lower North Shore, etc., etc. But if you actually have a look at just the one auction clearance rate that they give you, they put it at 62% or lower. So what I'm saying is that there's certain parts of the market that they all throw into the jumble bin, stir it around and get an auction clearance rate. But as you can see, when they're broken down into suburbs and locations, right? Now look, these are broken down into areas, North Shore for instance. But you've got to understand that you might be looking for a house for $2 to $3 million in the North Shore. Well, I can tell you at the moment that they are very hotly contested, and that price range in general will probably move up between 5 and 7% this year. But then you look at a house in the sort of 6 to 7 million range, and that could be a bit soft at the moment. So there's all these markets going within the markets, and I can understand, you know what I mean, like these people that report have only got a certain amount of space in the paper or how they can report, and they just give you a one figure. But you've got to be really, really careful. You've got to have a look at these auction clearance rates. Some of them are at 80% on the weekend. There's parts of this Sydney market that are moving quite dramatically at the moment, or holding their own, or still moving, but there's other parts of the market that are just dead. So what I'm saying is that get a hold of these auction clearance rates and really dig into them piece by piece, right down to the house and price range you're trying to buy, or apartment or whatever, and see how many of those are selling over the weekend. If you dig out 5 and $2 to $3 million from the results on a Saturday night auction price guide domain, you might see that 6 houses all got passed in. Well, you can understand that that price range at the moment is a bit of a bargain. But if 5 out of 6 of them have sold on the weekend at auction, you know that it's a fairly hotly contested price range, demographic and product range. So therefore, you need to be on your toes in regards to not sitting around thinking that you're going to get a bargain. You're going to have to fight for a property like that. So look, I hope that helps today in regards to some of the forecasters that have been coming out over the last couple of weeks, because I admit there are certain properties in certain price ranges that are really struggling, but there's others that aren't. If you do want some independent information about what is going on in the market in certain suburbs, demographics, product range, etc., please feel free to give me a call on 0419 200 018. Thank you.